We have some wonderful candidates that were honored this year. And since we're a little bit ahead of schedule, I'm going to see who is online at this time. Is Franco Terro online at this time? Or Antoinette Poinsett?
Let's add them. No, we don't have them currently.
Okay, yeah. I know that Eugene Hux is in training. Is Eugene in the room?
No.
Okay. Is Mr. Marks, Paris Marks?
Whereas Marx is here. We can.
Okay, perfect. So
Oh, we also have Tony.
okay, perfect. So we'll start with Paris Marks, Emerging Young Leader Award for the TDC-MIT 16th Annual Summit. Paris Marks hosts the award-winning Tech Won't Save Us podcast and writes Disconnect, a critical technology newsletter. He's also the author of Road to Nowhere, What Silicon Valley Gets Wrong About the Future of Transportation. Paris holds a Master's of Arts in Geography from McGill University and speaks around the world about transportation and technology. His work has also been published by a wide range of publications, including Time Magazine, Wired Magazine, Business Insider, NBC News, and CBC News. So, Paris Marks, we can congratulate you on, and hopefully you accept the Emerging Leader Award.
Thank you so much.
You even look young, so.
Thank you. I did receive the award in the mail today, so thank you for that. Obviously I appreciate getting it from you, Dwayne, and from the Transportation Diversity Council. It's great to be honored for the work that I guess I'm beginning to do or have been doing for the past few years. So yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
Wonderful. It's nice to know the mail works.
Sometimes it even got across the border because I'm up here in Canada. So
congratulations. This is still
congratulations, and I am going to look for your podcast because that is the wave in news these days. So
yeah,
I think it's going to be one of the leading forms of receiving news in the near future. So keep up the good work. For sure.
Thanks so much.
Paris, you've got it in your hands. Can you read us the quote on it?
Yes, absolutely. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
There you go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
I look forward to reading your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now we'll go to Antoinette Tony Poinsett, Team Leader of the Year for TDC. Yeah, you got to realize that TDC assembles itself with folks who pretty much went into their second or third careers around transportation and construction and education, and lend themselves many times voluntarily or with limited pay or resources. And the impact that the team provides is exceptional. And so we always like to recognize the Team Leader of the Year. And Antoinette Tony Poinsett is that person. So Tony Poinsett is the Director of Workforce Development, Instructional Design. Her contributing efforts supports the workforce development team through the creation and development of training applications and modules customized for public transportation professionals. Ms. Poinsett retired from MTA New York City Transit after 32 years of dedicated service, most of which she spent in service delivery with a concentration in capital programs coordination. In her last 2 years, she served as General Superintendent, Performance Analytics and Reporting. Ms. Poinsett studied Bachelor's Administration and Labor Studies at SUNY, that's the State University of New York, Empire State College, and has a certificate of transportation management from John Jay College in New York City. So congratulations, Tony Poinsett.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Dwayne. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I spent a lot of time today looking at the summit and listening, and very impressed. You guys did a fantastic job. So I want to thank all those folks who helped put this summit together. 16 years is quite impressive. You guys did a fantastic job today. So thank you for that. And I'd like to thank Dwayne and Dahlia and the TDC team and the workforce development team. It's a pleasure working with you guys. When I was pulled in about a year ago, I was hesitant, reluctant. I'm retired. I like retirement. You talk about work-life balance. I had moved on to fun life balance, and I didn't want to do any work. But very quickly, I realized the type of things that we're doing in TDC and workforce development, particularly, is more of a opportunity to be of service to folks and to help people and be of service to the greater community at large. And that is something that speaks to my spirit and to my heart. So it's a joy. It's work, but it's not. It's a gift, and I'm honored to be a part of it. So I want to thank you guys for bringing me in and getting me back into making some of these gray matter cells get reactivated again. So it's been a fun and a pleasure. So I thank you. And show the little, oh, I have my light, so hopefully that doesn't obscure the award. Thank you for this. It's an honor.
Yes, could you read the?
Your quote.
Absolutely. So one thing about retirement, readers.
There you go.
Okay, success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Booker T. Washington. Thank you.
Okay.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Tony. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Can I say a quick hello and shout out to Connie? It's really great to see you again. I just wanted to say that. Thank you, guys.
Good to see you too.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Connie.
So, Connie, I think Noria should be on at this time. So if Noria is on, if you can present to Noria, Connie.
Hi, Noria.
Hi, Noria.
Congratulations. I get to give you
Hello.
your award. So I think everybody knows Noria. She's one of the most respected and celebrated transportation leaders of our time, and she's a good friend to many in the industry. Most recently, she served as FTA administrator. Before that, she was the CEO and general manager for the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority. She was senior vice president of design and construction for Chicago and also at WMATA. And she was deputy CEO of New York MTA. So she's coast to coast and all over the country and also serving the country as a whole. So it's a great honor. Thank you for being here with us, Nuria, and thank you for all that you've done. And I just love to see your smile. You just light up a screen. It's great to have you. Nuria, did you receive your plaque?
I sure did. Thank you all very much. It's absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see it, if it's
We can,
right
and I
side, upside down or right side out, but I love it.
Oh, good. And would you like to read the quotes for us?
Of course. So TDC, Lifetime Achievement, presented to Nuria I. Fernandez. Paying it forward. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill.
Mhm.
The next quote, if there's no struggle, there's no progress. Frederick Douglass. Thank you, TDC.
Would you like to say anything else?
Of course, if time permits. Let me just say good afternoon to all of you. What an honor, what an amazing opportunity. I understand that this summit has gone extremely well, but there was never a doubt. It's such a great organization, and your mission is one that lives through almost 2 decades. I want to thank my dear colleague and friend, Connie Crawford, for sharing my background and welcoming me to today's event. And to all who worked in front of the cameras or behind the scenes, this doesn't happen by chance. It happens through good preparation. I also want to congratulate New York City Councilwoman Selvina Brooks Powers, who's going to be receiving a recognition for her lifelong devotion. She has been really a true fighter for what is right and delivering results. So we are very proud of her. And I want to recognize TDC's fearless leader, Dwayne Sampson, my dear longtime friend, who for all these years, years ago, he had this idea. And that was the seed of the vision, what we usually call the what, one that would guide and support young men in our community. That's how it started out. Transportation, not just as an infrastructure asset, but as a pathway to opportunity. And that vision to prepare the workforce, to transport the next generation, I love that theme, is the underpinning of the mission, and that is the how. And you get there, and you all have perfected this through educational skills development, focusing on minorities so that we can diversify this great industry of ours and all of its trades. So I am doubly honored to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award after 4 decades of dedication, sustained contributions to the transportation industry. As some of you have been following, my career has taken me from highway bridge to aviation and then public transportation, design, construction, and operations. And now running through that finish line ribbon, as we say, after serving in one of the highest positions at the U.S. Department of Transportation, a Chief Transit Executive for the nation. A career that was not only about building infrastructure assets, but also about building people, which are our industry's most important asset. And the journey was filled with a lot of peaks and valleys, as you all know. But like my grandma always said, faith is that muscle. And in hard times, we need to stretch it so that it can grow. And that's what I did. And I am very, very honored to be recognized by TDC and MIT. What you're doing for the young men and women, the minority transportation professionals in this industry is charting a course for the transportation of the future. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Dwayne, you're on mute. Do you know who else is?
Yes, that was very nice. So distinguished community leader, it's 4-1. Hopefully the councilwoman is online. I know that she has a press conference pressing. So is Selvina Brooks Powers, the councilwoman, New York City councilwoman, online?
No, I haven't seen her. I've seen Eugene, though.
Okay, so we'll go right to Eugene. And then when the councilwoman comes on, if you can alert, that would be very helpful. Eugene Hux. Delia, you want to start with Eugene and I'll come in and say a few words?
Well, and I was planning to say something also. Eugene, can we see you? Will you
please
show
jump
yourself,
in.
Eugene?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I'm
There
here.
is. Yes, Connie, you can take
We
it over.
hear you. There you
There you
are.
go. Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes. Sorry. I'm in session right now, but I couldn't miss this opportunity. I did witness that others had their awards. I'm currently at the Eno's Transportation Senior Executive Program, so I do not have my award with me. But I thank you, TDC, especially Dwayne, dear friend, mentor. I've known you for a very long time, and supported with the school, and just really excited to have this opportunity and being celebrated. This was a big surprise, right? Because I often just kind of work behind the scenes and just do things, but never really look for any recognition, right? I just try to keep things going and let things happen as they should. So
Well,
I thank you all. This is a truly tremendous opportunity. I see Thalia here as well. Thank you, Thalia, for keeping me close. She was texting me and making sure she even called me shortly, just before I joined here,
most
just to make sure that I jumped online. And Connie, it's great to see you.
Great to see you.
It's been some time,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah, I was given the opportunity to release because they did understand this was a tremendous opportunity. So I thank you all for honoring me from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate that.
you're most
So
welcome, Eugene, and Connie has a few words for you. Connie?
well,
Oh.
first of all, you're getting the Emerging Leader award, which means you will be out more. You are emerging from behind the scenes, and we're going to
there
see
you
you a lot more. We can count on that. So you're now a senior project manager at Hatch for rail transit systems. You had a nice long career at New York City Transit, and then took the side trip to the New York City Department of Education. Of course,
Mhm.
very instrumental in starting up the Bronx Design and Construction Academy, working with TDC on that. The award, you don't have it in hand, so I'll read the quotes on it. One is, I had to make my own opportunity, but I made it. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. And that's from Madam C.J. Walker.
Oh,
Second one is, in the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. And that's from Albert Einstein.
it's right there. Speaks right to me.
Well, you'll have the plaque soon, and you can
Okay.
look at those quotes every day. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for everything you've done for TDC, and I know you'll continue to do, because we'll never lose your phone number.
No, not at all. Not at all. Always
Yeah.
available by the phone.
And a very big heart. Thank you, and congratulations.
Yes, and
Congratulations.
I'll see you later, Noria, because I think she's here with us.
Yep.
So
Nice.
yeah, looking forward to that.
All
Yep.
right, good. Well, congratulations once again, Eugene.
Thank
A
you.
good friend from day one. When TDC started, you were there in the
Yeah.
room and provided tremendous service and support. And I'm very proud of your success and growth. And I hope to see that agency CEO behind your title
Yeah.
one day. So we'll be working on that.
Appreciate it.
And if you need
Okay.
help from senior citizens at that point, I'll be there, Gene.
Absolutely. But you're not a senior citizen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate you
Thank you,
guys.
G. Take
All right.
care.
Okay.
Great words.
Thank you.
So moving on, we'll see if anyone else is in the room. Is the councilwoman on?
Yes, she is.
Okay, perfect. Distinguished community leader, and political leader for sure. A friend for many years. In Savina Brooks Powers serves as New York's 31st district, advocating for fair resource distribution in Queens. As the first Black woman majority whip of the city council, she chairs the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Savina has channeled funding into local schools, parks, and essential services, and fights for a trauma center on the Rockaway Peninsula. Yeah, which I must admit was hit very, very bad during Sandy. Her 2 decades of public service have focused on education, economic justice, and workers' rights. Before her council role, Savina managed compliance for the JFK Airport redevelopment. She's a dedicated community voice, deeply involved in various service organizations. A proud HBCU graduate from Wilberforce University with an MS from NYU. She's a long-standing Queens resident committed to her community's growth and well-being. Councilwoman Sabina Brooks Powers. Congratulations, Distinguished Community Leader Award for TDC-MIT.
Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. It's so good to see you, even if only virtually, Dwayne, and to all of the attendees today. I'd like to start by sharing my most sincere appreciation for TDC's work to diversify and grow the workforce across our country's transportation and construction industries. Your investment in expanding the talent pool and pouring into transportation and construction agencies of every size to ensure that they have the necessary tools and resources to grow and thrive is truly admirable. Ensuring equitable access for diverse businesses and workers strengthen communities and extends economic opportunity across the city. And I appreciate your efforts in this work. And Dwayne, as you said, we've known each other for such a long time. And you've been really pushing this for a long time through your organization. And I salute you for that work that you have done. And so I'm honored to be among today's TDC-MIT Transportation and Infrastructure Summit honorees. And as the chair for the New York City Council's Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, I have a unique appreciation for the role transportation and infrastructure play in our city's story. Our transportation systems connect us across boroughs to our families, our jobs, and endless opportunities. Unfortunately, our city doesn't have the greatest track record of examining transportation needs through the lens of equity. And for decades, the city focused on moving people around and in and out of Manhattan, while out-of-borough communities that are predominantly communities of color, like the ones I represent, has failed to receive a proportionate share of the city's investment. And as we look at the next chapter of New York City's transportation and infrastructure, we must ensure New York's expansion and investment supports all our communities and meets New Yorkers where they are, from upgrades of our subway stations and streets to make them accessible for disabled New Yorkers, to examining the ways traffic is routed through neighborhoods to ensure we're not overburdening areas that are already strained. So if you've been following the city council, for example, we passed last year legislation that would redo the entire truck route through New York City with the lens of equity as a result. And at the council, I've sought to center equity in every decision we have about transportation and infrastructure. And I'll continue to champion this viewpoint throughout my tenure. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity to stand with today's phenomenal honorees.
Well, thank you so much. I think we have a virtual picture of your award that we can read that we'll bring up. And
oh, nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
yes, you are quite welcome. Now, I'm at a senior moment, so I can't read that script. But Delia, do you have it to read, please?
Or I can read it for you.
Yes, I have it. It reads, Selvina Brooks Powers, making a difference. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has, by Margaret Mead. Again, congratulations, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. And And we'll be in touch, Councilwoman, because we know you're doing great work, and how we can support your work. We'll be there because we know the community needs a lot of access to good jobs and education.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay, thank you.
You as well. Thank you.
Now, moving on, is Frank Otero on the line?
Frank?
No.
Okay, well, we know one person is on the line that, and that's Ricardo. You know, so let me tell you something. MIT Summit Planning Team Leader. Starting out this year, before I even go into reading, you know, when you coming out of pandemic, you know, and in the stress of education at MIT, the amount of hours required, it's always a challenge. We try to have a succession plan of students 1 or 2 years ahead that can take on the reign and have some sense of what goes into the planning and execution of the TDC-MIT Summit. This year we didn't have that, so we had to make the call to the campus and to the advisor. And let me tell you, you know, Ricardo and the team stepped up, and this is, and I said this earlier, perhaps one of the best in quality summits that we've had in this 16-year period. The quality of panelists that were assembled, the quality of the keynote speakers, which is usually 2, but somehow you roped in 3. The range and scope of activity in the dialogues. You just got the handle on the Zoom platform last week, and to maneuver through that and still maintain, you know, I hope it's an A average at MIT, but to still maintain your coursework is tremendous. So TDC always has to recognize the MIT Summit Planning Team Leader, and we would like to recognize you, Ricardo Fioresta, Ricardo is a first-year Master of Science in Transportation student at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which means he may be around next year for the summit. He has formal training in aerospace engineering, computer science, and data science, and has worked on qualifying and optimizing equitable public transit access. He is currently working with WMATA to improve the prediction of crowds in their propagation, and will be extending his research to understand how crowds affect accessibility and equity of public transit. That is exciting work, and especially in the nation's capital. So we applaud you on that. And we can see why that you're having, you know, access to research of one of the most important properties in the country. Again, we congratulate you on being the MTA Summit Planning Team Leader. So, Ricardo, I don't know if you have your award, but I would love to read the award, or Thalia can read it.
He's got it.
Connie can read it. You have it.
He's
Okay.
got it. He's got it.
Perfect. Nice.
So I will read the quote, and then I'll add a small remark from my side. So the quote is: "Education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than you found it," by Marian Wright Edelman. And
Wonderful.
so, yeah, I agree. And I think not only in education, but in general, we should always strive to leave the places and communities that we touch in our lives better than we found them in the first place. And with that, I really have to say that thank you for the award, but the award goes to equal parts to Moji Yosefi and Tiffany Lim. Without you two, this would not have been possible. We did a lot of weightlifting together. They were at every possible meeting that we had, and they took agency and also responsibility of their panels and organized them like I couldn't have done it better myself. I also have to say that it wouldn't have been possible to do this whole event without the panel speakers and the keynote speakers. So it is also a really great pleasure to welcome so much talent, so much knowledge, and so much professional, really legacy in one cohesive event. I also have to shout out that the student team has proposed Paris Marx for his award. And there we wanted to take the opportunity to just thank him for his work and thank him for his book. I read it last year, and we actually have it here because it's going to be part of the trivia prizes, but more to that later. But yeah, I think you're very inspiring. Your work is really impressive. And I hope you'll stick to it in the long run because I think you're doing a lot of good by informing and educating people and leading the community that you find and that you touch better than you found them in the first place. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations once again.
Congratulations, Ricardo.
Yes.
Much deserved.
I just got a text from Frank Otero. He said he had some technical problems trying to get on. We, I'm just going to acknowledge him because it'll take too much time for him to get on at this hour. But I do want to acknowledge Frank Otero as the outstanding business leader. Frank Otero founded Paco Group Inc. in 1989 and has since led it as president and CEO. Under his leadership, this minority-owned firm has provided program and construction management services across the U.S. with a knack for navigating complex industries. Otero has guided Paco's growth by skillfully utilizing DBE and WBE, MBE programs. Committed to equity, Otero actively champions for minority businesses, addressing disparities and advocating for inclusion. He has been particularly instrumental in shaping policies to even the playing field, such as initiating a task force to tackle contracting barriers for Black and Hispanic firms. Otero's influence also spans through his long-standing roles with Compto and APTA, where he has been a voice of minority enterprises. His academic contributions as a fellow and guest lecturer further underline his expertise and commitment to education. Known for his practical approach and firm belief in the strength of diversity, Otero's work speaks to his dedication to progress and fairness in public transportation and infrastructure. Before we go to the plaque, I'd like to indicate, and we'll send this recording to Frank. Frank Otero is a TDC board member. He's been a friend for many years. I remember when, even before TDC, as a Compto president for the New York chapter, Frank Otero sent his vice president to me and said that my boss had indicated to me that whatever you need, I need to provide it so that the organization can thrive. And I currently serve with Frank Otero on the advisory board for minority businesses with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which Frank initiated by giving me the call to work and move that organization and to success and in the work that he put together and that we're doing in that advisory capacity is tremendous, and it is a national model. So Frank also does business planning for women organizations in Africa, and I'm taking them to Cuba to do the same, to teach some business classes. And just a dear person, a good friend. And so congratulations, outstanding business leader of the year for Frank Otero. In the plaque reads, Delia.
The plaque reads, Outstanding Business Leader presented to Frank Otero. We all have dreams. In order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. Jesse Owens. And that truly, I think, is befitting of Frank. The final quote says, again, if there is no struggle, there is no progress, by Frederick Douglass. And I know that too, Frank would be very proud to say that is in fact true and a reality. Congratulations, Frank Otero.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you all. I'll leave any of the closing remarks out of the hard work and dedication to Ricardo, but I just wanted to acknowledge Thalia Panton before I do that. Thalia, I didn't introduce. Thalia is my vice president for workforce for TDC, retired New York City Transit after many years in human resources. She says June 3rd, she's going to retire again from TDC. This will be her third time retiring from TDC. So we'll be having lunch and be working transition. But let me tell you, we can't do this type of work without the caliber of workers and friends like Delia. You just can't do it. I mean, this is the team really works throughout the night and day to produce our work. And we believe in real quality work and quality impacts. So Thalia, thank you for all that you do, and we'll be
Most
having lunch.
welcome.
It's been a.
We will talk.
Yes, it's always a pleasure. We're looking for the fourth
Thank you.
retirement plan.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. It's been my
You're
honor.
welcome. Thank you. Welcome. So Ricardo, close us out, please.
I will first give it to Moji, who will announce the prizes of the trivia.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have 4 people being gifted. Everyone is going to get a copy of the book Road to Nowhere by Paris Marx and a pack of MIT merch. The first and second participants of the quiz, the trivia competition, the first one will get a $50 voucher for your local transit agency shop. And the second participant would get a $20 voucher for the local bike sharing provider. So I'm going to put the email addresses of the winners in the chat. And we'll be in touch with you regarding how to get this awards to you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Moji.
Yeah. Thank you.
So yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say. I'm very thankful for this experience, and I think that the ties that have been made today and over the past months, we'll definitely persevere into the future within TDC and also with the panelists and the keynote speakers. And with that, yeah, we want to thank everyone who stuck out with us and who joined in the way, and to the organizers of TDC and TDC adjacent.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Wonderful summit, and look forward to seeing you next year, April 15th. And certainly TDC will be hosting next month our B2B summit, and we have some great speakers for that event as well. So again, thank you and take care. It's 4:28, so we're 2 minutes ahead of schedule, which is good.
Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks, Paris, for coming as well. And see you around. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you all so much. Good night.
Bye.